I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And it was really one of the first things we connected on. It was one of the first things we started talking about when we met, was just the different things that we wanted to do in the world and how passionate we were about seeing change. I think that was, that's what got date 2 in the books, probably.
Plenty to talk about.
My name is Harry, I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is October 19, 2023. It is 1:20 a.m. I have several tweets to share with you, about 16 of them. I try to focus mostly on Harry and Meghan this time. Yeah, there's a little bit of war, the Israel and Middle East. And I have one last tweet regarding Britney. Not really about Britney, but because on the video, this video here that I took out from like my main video and took that part out to share with you, I spoke about why, you know, I feel certain way toward Britney's situation. So I came across an example. So I want to share that with you. It's not about Britney, but this is to make reference to Britney, why I said some stuff that I said on that video I came across a few minutes ago. All right, so there's my back end. 3,393 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. My estimate revenue, $353.24. And by the way, I had submitted the application to get PYTE to get back into the monetization program. They rejected it. I deleted a whole bunch of videos, which I need to redo. I don't know what I'm going to redo. There's the list of the videos, about 8 videos that I delete on PYTE, and I need to redo them. Even though YouTube gave me permission to use some, you know, clips that were in it, but, you know, they still flag them. But before I resubmit my application, I removed these videos. I haven't had time to redo them. So I took the name of them so I could go back to my file, straight to them, and then to redo them. But still, YouTube still didn't approve it. So I really don't know what they're looking for. But I just want to let you know that it was rejected again. I don't know. But anyway, so back to this channel. I sidetrack a little bit. There's my other back end, $353.24. And the last 48 hours, 3,764 views. And there's my subscription. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. Let me make sure this is the first one. Prince William. No, that's not it. So this is my first tweet here. Not that one. I think I just put that on my list, but that's not the first one. Alright, so this is one of the squad who making reference to this picture. My goodness, look at his face. Okay, so he created some sort of a conversation that's going on here. Meghan, what are you doing, Willy? William, you are doing so well that I want to congratulate you. Meghan, do you watch Suit last night? William, no, but you did so well. I've been watching you. Meghan, you mean my smart work project? William, yeah, it was very cool. There's a kiss here. Meghan, back up with the smooches, Willy. William, oops. It's just a little conversation they created. So there's me here. You too much, laughing my ass off. That's the spanking. Okay, ouch, I just realized he responded back. Alright, I can stand the fact that he even touched her shoulder. That guy makes me cringe. There's a thumbs up. The Derangers were not happy with him about this greeting. Some said he publicly disrespected Kate. Others said that Meghan was in love with him and her goal was to get him. What? Oh my god. Oh my god, the Derangers are weird. He looked as though he's trying to melt his lips with his still had curry breath. Oh my god, horrible. Alright, so that's that. Okay, let me move on. It's just a crazy conversation. Alright, so now it's somewhat of a tabloid nonsense kind of thing here. I'm telling you, the UK media have nothing. Oh, so this is when I have it. The UK media have nothing better to do, just fabricating stories. That's all. That little boy in the back here reminds me, what's that movie? It usually played during Christmas holiday. What's his name? What's the name of that movie? Is it The Christmas Story or something like that? He reminds me of that kid who played in that movie. So this is celebrity. Prince William and Kate insist that they remain happy living at Adelaide Cottage. Okay, she lives in Adelaide Cottage. He lives in Kensington Bachelor Palace. If you had to convince us, you ain't happy. That's commercial. So there's me here. Good for them. But what about peace in the Middle East? He was sure he could bring. What's up with that? There's me. What's going on? Okay, all of that rehash was written as a cover for William and Kate. Kate is stuck in that cottage and has to pretend to be happy. I hope her lookbook includes pictures of Castle Montecito, which is something else she will never have. Yeah, and the thing is not hers. If she leaves William, they're probably gonna put her in some sort of a corner. Same old stuff, different day with this episode of All My Royal Cult Relatives. Peg and Kent denied they want Royal Lodge and are still together, which most people don't believe. Wady Katie is on Xanax or Prozac. Suspicious smile to a sober person. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. These people have nothing better to do. Just creating, fabricating nonsense. Alright, so now, yeah, I think we're still with William and Kate. BS the tabloids are writing. Oh, so this is home buying in the UK. So no, that's Harry. Okay. Is Prince Harry looking to buy a private piece of real estate in the UK? That's celebrity. Okay, GB News and OK. Yeah, these two were writing about it. I have some tweet regarding these two papers, tabloid in the UK. GB News and OK. There's that. There's the laugh. And no, he didn't ask for a room. They just saying face because he didn't contact any of those corpses. There is no such thing as private piece of RE in the UK for Harry and Meghan. So what is, oh, so that's an ad. There's me laughing here. Is that what they were cooking up? I don't know, a couple weeks ago or maybe, I don't know. They're always making up stuff. And I was like, they're cooking up something, you know, to come out with something because all of the hit pieces that wasn't sticking. So this is what I was making reference to. Is that what they were cooking up? I'm sure he want a place his wife can come in and out easily without a corrupt police force. Next story, made up stories. Okay, GB's News and OK Glassy Rag. Come on now. Alright, again, why will Harry and Meghan buy another home in the UK? A hate zone. That's it. They can buy a second home anywhere in the world with better neighbors, weather, beautiful beaches, and majestic mountains or ski slopes. The UK offers none of that. That's a very good one. Let's see here. It's his home. I'm sure he wants his children to know something. But with the nonsense that's going, yes, it will be nice for him to show his kids all of this. But are they making him safe to be over there? You must be delusional. My goodness. It's his home. Yes, that's his home. But it's not safe for him because of the choice that he decided to make. They're making his life a living hell. Okay, I'm sure he wants his children to know something of English culture. His Spencer relative and the cousin, he's still close to live there. Well, he could visit. Take his kid to visit. The people don't need to know. If he buys a home, you're going to see tabloid every day. What is it? camping outside his home to see when he comes in and out. Okay, so there's no need for that. And then with the thing with the corrupt police thing that I mentioned in my comment, is because of that. All right, when police is called on them, they're all gonna turn a blind eye. So what the hell would he want to buy a home there for? So nobody needs to know where he lives. He comes in, he visit, or whatever friend he has someplace, they don't need to know. The same way he has been doing when he goes to the court to testify and all of that. Nobody knows where he's at. Okay? His Spencer relative and the cousin, he's still close to live there. I'm sure he still has many friends there from his military service. His mother is buried there. Yeah, he has friends. He could go and visit those places. They won't even know. The tabloid will not know which place he's at. Okay? No. It's Harry's place of birth. It's not his home. Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lily can visit when they want to, and if they feel safe doing so. But there is no reason for Harry and Meghan to live there. And Archie and Lily can decide where they want to live when they are adults. That's it. Yeah. All right. With that being said, I mean, these people are pretending none of the security issues they put on him matters. They're pretending none of that happened. With all those police who's doing from WhatsApp thing, who's been prosecuted, all of this.
But there were many serious, credible threats against Meghan, were there, emanating from the far right in this country?
Absolutely. If you'd seen the stuff that was written and you were receiving it, the kind of rhetoric that's online, if you don't know what I know, you would feel under threat all of the time.
So you were convinced that there was a genuine threat to Meghan's life on on more than one occasion, on several occasions?
We had teams investigating it. People have been prosecuted for those threats.
None of that exists. Why would you want to put your kids, your family at risk on all of that? When you know is there. There's a difference when you don't know, and there's a difference when you know. But he is fully aware. He knows these things are there. So why would he put himself in that situation? And then, God forbid, if something happened, what will the tabloid say? Oh, he knew, he wanted this, or he caused this. All right, turn the table on him. Okay, let's see here. I just went into this. LOL, the British media wants Harry back so badly that it must be on their Christmas wish list. Okay, the root of this story is an OK Magazine article, which no longer exists. Other UK tabloids cite other stories that link to it. This seems to be common practice. Yeah, you know who explained this very well? It's one of those lawyers who have a YouTube channel. Is it Midas Touch or something like that? There was one episode where they explained. They were not even making reference to the tabloid. It was something else. I think they made reference to. It has some sort of connection with the murder kind of thing. What's the tabloid in the US that nobody cares to buy? They usually at the checkout aisle. What's the name of this magazine? It was in the Trump kind of case thing, who tried to bury the hush money thing. I forgot the name. If when I'm editing, I remember, I'll put the name of it on the screen. But right now I can't think of it. Okay, so they made a reference with that, where one of them started, and then their buddies pick up on it, making reference to the original one, and then other nonsense pick up on it and make reference to it. So they become like a hub, a group of kind of a friend tabloid thing. Each one of them know each other. They set up their nonsense. One started it, the other one make reference to it. All right, so they explained that very well in one of their videos sometime last year. Okay, a publication put out a false story, deleted. Story is spread without any fact checking. Journalism is truly a mess. All right, continuing the trend of when there's Sussex house story, there's a Wells one hiding somewhere. All right, so there's this here from Celebrity who's making that. Okay, when was that? October 18. So that's the thing that I was just into. There's the kid in the back. And whenever there is a Sussex moving story, there's a Wells one behind ignore or will show up soon. Yeah, like I was just talking about this one. Yeah, I did bookmark it. Somebody picked that up. Yeah, they realized that. I think that was like either the second tweet that I make reference to, or slightly before this one. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Again, another one making reference to it again. Alright, so there it is here with the OK magazine. OK magazine, if I knew all of these were making reference to that, that would have been the first one before all the other ones. OK magazine knows more about the Sussexes than any media outlet combined. There's the cry here. It's article after article for me. When the Sussex end buying a home or apartment in the UK, Meghan's partner with Kris Jenner, there's the laugh. Who's their source? Is it just speculation and assumption again? Yeah, they don't know crap. Okay, so this is the OK magazine thing here. The squad are good. From what I don't follow them. Okay, so if the squad then take the screenshot, I will not know. Alright, so there's the link which they said they delete. Okay, is Meghan Markle the next reality star? Insider, that's the key here. Insider, that's another way of saying their source. Alright, without giving a name. Insider claimed that Kris Jenner is hoping, if people don't read carefully, you know, they will start blaming Kris Jenner for the nonsense that is being putting out here. So this is where they put their disclaimer kind of away here. Insider. Okay? So let's continue reading. Insider claimed that Kris Jenner is hoping to get the Duchess of Sussex and Prince Harry on an episode of The Kardashians, and the potential collaboration could breathe life back into their struggling Hollywood careers. Whatever. Click the link below. So there's that here. Kris Jenner, da. Okay. So the squad took screenshot before they deleted it. Okay, in September, Prince Harry requests to stay in a room in the Windsor Castle during a brief trip to the UK. That's from celebrity.com. Celebrity, is that the one that I keep on saying sometimes I have suspicious about? Okay, let's see here. Or maybe they took that because she usually quote from, yeah, that's probably that. She usually quote from the magazine. Okay, she will make her own review. Okay, her opinion on top, and then she will take the article and quote it and put it in her thing. Okay, in September, Prince Harry requests to stay in a room in Windsor Castle during a brief trip to the UK. However, the Duke of Sussex request was rejected due to a lack of notice given to the royal family. My goodness, you can't even go back to your family walking in and out. Oh my God, this place is a mess. I mean, if it's true, look, I'm making reference also when Harry and Meghan were supposed to meet with the Queen, and then next thing you know, things change. Okay, in a bid to find a new base in the UK, Harry has started looking for a property near London, according to a source. This is where they make the mistake. Harry always said he hated London because of the paparazzi. Why would he go back to buy a house there? Nah, okay? So this is something Harry already made sure.
Unfortunately, every single story was complete lies, which it rarely, well, which it always is, basically, which is a shame. But
you ever wanted to do a column in the newspaper? But
I'd love to do a column in the newspaper. You know, article, right, this is what happened last night. No, this is what happened.
Harry rather stay in a war and stay in Africa than staying in London.
Last time that it was too risky for you to go back as a soldier.
More the fact that I think the media had said that they would never keep their mouths shut if I went and did the same job, so I'd have to do something different if I wanted to go, yes.
Okay, they told OK, quote, there is a divide between the couple on this issue, but they will soon start looking for a property of their own near London, and Harry is very much leading this. They won't be asking the king for a property on the royal estate due to the issue that arose with Frogmore Cottage, this is BS, making use of a small apartment in Kensington Palace from time to time isn't out of the question, but when it comes to a home in the UK, they will purchase that themselves. Meghan Markle has not traveled to the UK since Queen Elizabeth II funeral in September 2022. They didn't mention the layover. What is it? Couple minutes when she was traveling to Germany for the Invictus. Alright, the thing continues. This is the solution I've seen some Sussex fans suggest, which is don't ask your baggage family for anything and just buy or rent your own place in London or whenever. That's not the Sussexes. Nah. The Sussex squad will not say a damn thing about that. Sussex fans, nah. No one, no, last week, I don't know if I share some of these tweets with you. Last week there were some tweets that were putting out, and they were making reference to, they're pretending to be squad, and then some of the squad were calling them out and said, if you are a true I don't remember the specific topic, but I remember some squad were calling some other tweets out who claimed to be Sussex fan, and the true squad that I'm aware of were calling these tweets out. So this is the thing they were cooking up for. They started their nonsense since last week so they could make reference and that stories about that. Oh my God, these people are ridiculous. If I wasn't recording every day for you guys, I would not know any of this. But I'm aware of some of the nonsense they were cooking up. You could look back to some of my old videos. There's most likely I will share them with you. It's funny though, as I'm saying this, when I come across this, sometimes I don't think they're really important, but they are. As much of a nonsense they are, but they are important because in the future they will make reference to their nonsense. Oh my God, this is what they just did here. What? It's not celebrity. Celebrity, what is it? Copy their, their article and put it in her article. You know, the first few paragraphs, she will make reference, give her opinion about the article, and then paste what the article says. So this is what I'm reading here from celebrity. I get that, I do. And Harry has the money to do so, but I don't think he will. Harry is so focused on security, and I just think if he ever bought a place, it will end up being a huge security issue. The media will be breaking into that apartment or home constantly. The cost to secure the home will be enormous, and it wouldn't be worth it. Given that Harry plans to only be in town for a few days at a time for his many lawsuits. Again, the eviction from Frogmore Cottage is the original sin here. That's the thing which never should have happened, from which there is no turning back. Taking that Frogmore Cottage out from them, as much as it's painful for me to say, I think it's a good thing. Okay, so that way the UK, the people in the palace will not know when he's in town. Okay, they give him a huge break. Okay, wishful thinking on their part. They know it's draw clicks and money, so they try to make it as believable as possible. But then Montecito has no leaks. His own father has no clue what he's doing until after he's done it. As it should be, Charles is a total mule. Okay, so there's me here. There's the thing here. Insider equals source equal probably the author of the article equal they don't know shit. BS article. Meghan is on every British trash magazine every single day, but she is not important. Okay, so there's that. Speculation, okay, or just as bad as the rest. Okay, so that's a advertisement. Let's go to the next one. And I think the next tweet is making reference to the OK magazine as well. Next tweet. I bookmarked it twice. Yep, I bookmarked it twice. So forget that. Let's go to the next one. What happened? Why did I do that? Next tweet. Okay, so that's the Express now. Another trash. This is particularly hilarious when we remember how the British press was the only one asking, quote, where is Meghan, end quote, the entire time Harry was doing his press tour for Spare at the beginning of the year. Yep, that is true. Quote, why isn't Meghan there? Isn't it weird that Meghan isn't there? Yep, I remember that. Let's see if this is at 100. Yep, it wasn't. Okay, so there's a retweet of that. Meghan Markle forgets that people are only interested in Prince Harry. That's a quote, by the way. Writes newspaper that has published over 20,000 attack articles aimed at Meghan Markle. In some cases, over 40 per day. Okay, so there's the Express here. Royal Family Live. Meghan Markle forgets that people are only interested in Prince Harry. The royal commentators' comments come as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle reportedly plan their return to this side of the pond after a tumultuous 2023. So why will they want to go back over there? So what's the plan there? Okay, by Christopher Sharp, Catherine Meyer, Funnel. Royal reporter based in London. Wednesday, October 18, yesterday. And then updated again. So what was the update about? Okay, so let's see here. There are no other scheduled event for 2023, and Sussex is spending Christmas with the tampon and the blends isn't happening, so they are in a panic mode. Why would they go over there? Now the holiday season is coming. Right now, Harry and Meghan probably going apple picking with the kids, and then there's what's that thing coming up? Let me not say that part. Let me leave it alone, just in case. And there's Thanksgiving coming, and then there is Christmas coming. So why would they want to go over there and this? And the kids cannot be. This is one of the worst places to spend your holiday, in my humble opinion. And I've talked about it before. You have all the kids, you know, wearing dress, clothes, suit and tie. They can't really move around freely. You know, nah. What is it Archie's telling Meghan? She got his feet dirty. So you think, nah, it's so uncomfortable. They want to walk freely with their either sandal or barefoot or whatever. So, nah. Alright, so let's see here. Exactly. And also Meghan went to a restaurant and ate a salad that made it news. The first time Meghan released Archetype, they made 51 articles in just 24 hours. What? Harry went to the Clown Nation alone. All they could talk about is Meghan not showing up. Okay? Why isn't Meghan at the Oscar? Why isn't Meghan at the coronation? Why will Harry and Meghan come to the UK again? Will Harry and Meghan come for Christmas? Why hasn't Meghan been seen in days or months? Brit media sent reporters perhaps to Montecito searching out Meghan and her neighborhood. Sure, Jen. Okay, thinking about the word count for this story and why it takes two people to write one article. That is true. Do they split the clicks? That's a very good one. No day passes without this outlet mentioning the most famous woman in the world, Meghan Markle. I wish these rats will get a life and leave this beautiful woman alone. Okay, they're all a baggage for God. And the same with IG23, they are ridiculous. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Next tweet. These people are ridiculous. Okay, so okay, so there's another one here making reference to it. Is that the same one? No, that's different. That's different. But making reference to the same article. Meghan Markle forgets that people are only interested in Prince Harry, writes newspapers. Alright, so there's this here, two authors. Okay, so there's, I guess he retweeted again. Okay, making reference to that. Okay, this gives you some idea of the level of vitriol floating around the Express office when it comes to Meghan and Harry. Okay, so there's this here. That was back in May. Okay, as the dust settled on the coronation, I've summarized the facts about Harry and Meghan. Frankly, there's little to say. Despite this, the Express published 136 overwhelmingly negative articles about the couple over a 4-day period. Many were brutally. Alright, so I remember going over this before. I'm not gonna read this. I'm sorry. I know some of you said, okay, don't say about the pausing the screen and read. But nah, I'm not gonna read this. Look at this one, for instance. No way. Okay, here's another small research sample of the freight train of hate the Express direct at Meghan and Harry. Alright, so that was back in April 14. This is what industrial scale hate mongering looks like. All the stories below attacking Meghan mainly and Harry quite a bit appear on the Express website within the last 24 hours. Alright, so look at this. And there's more. Who's that? I blacked this one. Okay, 40 articles a day. I don't think so. There's this here. Try again. There's this over 24 hours. Yeah, I remember reading this. Some of these when he first put it. What was tumultuous about 2023? There's the laugh here. They are thriving, not just surviving. Guess this is more British media's wishful thinking. The daily excrement rag is like a pretzel. Meghan dominates the headlines, yet people are only interested in Harry. Freaking weirdos. Okay, another garbage from Daily Express. OMG. I will never understand why people like you amplify this drivel. There are plenty of other topics you could hop onto to rant about and build a following. Reposting stories is something Harry asked people not to do. Cloud chasing. I think it's because of he was making reference to the tabloid. Okay, Meghan is being a badass and unapologetically herself. But with this one, let's go into it. After that, I'll go to the next one. But he took a screenshot. Okay, just so people knows what they're talking about. Let's see here. It's for the clicks. He needs to get solidly blocked and muted. I've seen some of his work. I think he's definitely pro Harry and Meghan, but sometimes seek engagement by posting this nonsense. Because he or she likes petty drama, Harry and Meghan don't give the pettiness any concern, but people that's supposed to have their backs constantly bring their names up on this shoddy platform. Yeah, okay, so let me see here. Who is this guy? Am I following him? No, I'm not. Some of the squad are following him. Author, slang, Brexit, unicorn, tweet Brexit, UK politics. Okay, so he is an author. So the thing is that, like, I just read his back story here. But I don't know. I didn't get any bad vibe about it. I really don't know. If he had put the link of this article of the Express, maybe I would agree, but I don't know. I'm not really getting any vibe about it. But what I think he's doing here is to stay within the Sussex squad sphere, because he is an author. What do authors do? They write. When they write, what do? They want people to buy their books. Like I just read his biography here, or his whatever, his backstory here. Right? So maybe that's why he's putting this thing. He's not really into the Sussexes kind of thing. I look at most of the thing that he retweeted of his old tweet or something like that. Where did I see it? Okay, so that's why I was saying I remember reading this back then. Okay, he talks about it and all of that. So he makes reference to some of this stuff. So it's mostly like a business kind of thing. When he comes out with a book, okay, like I've seen some of his things, and we will probably say, okay, this is my humble opinion. I don't know his full intention. But from this tweet alone, I'm not getting any negative vibe about him. The only thing I could say is for him to stay in the conversation, to know about him. So when he write a book, the squad will buy his book. We will support him. This kind of thing. That's the only thing I could get from that. Other than that, nah. Okay, I've seen his things a couple of times, but he doesn't tweet a lot about the Sussexes. It's once in a while, like this tweet that I just saw. Okay, next tweet. If you don't know Meghan Markle intimately, you don't know her travel plans, her work schedule, or her private life, you can get on social media and invent theories or ideas, but you're really only a stranger spending their short, finite life guessing what another person is doing. Like most of my video, everything is my humble opinion. Okay, that's all the UK newspapers, the Mirror does every day. They fabricate news about Harry and Meghan to stay relevant, and there are gullible people who believe their fabricated lies about a woman they've never met, let alone know what she's thinking or will do. It's pathetic. The part about knowing what somebody's thinking is ridiculous. Look at, like I was just saying here, this other guy, I didn't get any feeling about his post. But what I think he's doing, which may be completely 100% wrong, is just to stay within the conversation. So when he writes a book, so we know about his book. But other than that, people will never know what anybody's thinking unless the person come out and say what he's thinking. Okay? Aside from that, according to most of these non-factors, aka insignificant individuals, she's supposedly irrelevant, so why are they so pressed about whatever she does or doesn't do? Alright, this is an ad, there's a clap, exactly this right there. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Next tweet. Imagine evicting a couple from their home, stripping their security, denied to pay for police protection, all while spreading lies about them and their children non-stop, and then pretending that a woman is the one who stops that couple from coming to their country. Unbelievable. Yeah, the same sort of thing that I've been reading here. Like this other person saying, oh, he needs to show his kids, his culture, and all of that. Like you forgot about all of this? Right, so there's this here. Imagine King Charles has always been a nasty piece of work. Being king has just made his behavior worse. It's seriously disgusting, like the no home to stay in or no security to protect them, while over there wouldn't be the main problem. The targeting of the Brit press, and also the no reason to be over there, as the family won't apologize and take accountability. Okay, I wonder who exactly, while pretending they are trying to make amends with the Sussexes, also constantly leaking to the press, media, and trolls. I can imagine it, because they aren't spreading lies or pretending Meghan is stopping them. They weren't evicted, they were leased it. It was never given to them to keep. What did the Queen did? What did the Queen did? Now they're changing the story? What did the Queen did? Okay, if they want security, they can ask corporate America for it. This needs to be black. Nonsense. Oh my God. When you quit your job, there's no single company that will continue to pay for perks you go while employed. But remember, this is a blood prince. His father is the king. And then he's telling to get the security. You know what? These people, that there's no way of making sense with these people. Okay, I've talked about where other celebrities, was that actress or that other celebrity in the UK who hired police for her wedding. Why can't Harry do that? Alright, so whatever. You know, this is just a baggage for God. Okay, they refuse to understand. That's their problem. Okay, but meanwhile, God has them. Okay, next tweet. Every single Caribbean tour by Prince Harry on behalf of the late Queen was a huge success. Every single one. Haiti 2010. Okay, if you know, you know. Alright, so there's that here. I put a video out where of this video of them dancing and everything like that. Okay, I be Haitian over here appreciating the love. Let's go team. There's that. There's the love. Okay, yep, that's an ad. There's this. Okay, they sent Harry because they knew that he was a people person. Love you, Harry. So let's look at these pics. This is so nice. That's nice. Oh, look at the baby. So cute. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Yeah, they sent him. Meanwhile, one of the things that I said when they sent Harry to places that they didn't want to go themselves is that Harry was collecting his armies. Okay, he's nice with those people and they're nice to him and everything, and that's why we got his back. Next tweet. So there's the UK tabloid in the US. Okay, I believe it because UK paparazzi are more threatening and are off the rule book than the American paparazzi. When is the last time Harry and Meghan were threatened by the American paparazzi? None, but UK paps shouted at Meghan asking why she dumped her family. Then they chased the couple around New York City for hours. Yeah, they wanted a reaction. That was during the award where she went to the chase, pretty much, the chase.
How do you feel about being part of two broken families?
Okay, UK British media really is disgusting. There's that, and put UK in it. They're all a baggage for God. Okay, I was told these people didn't mind the paparazzi and could get unbothered by them in New York City. But imagine this. Imagine this. You're going about your business. You have these people following you. You don't even know who they are. How would you feel? People can wrap their head around this. I was told these people didn't mind the paparazzi. Somebody's bothering, who's following you. How would you feel? Would you feel safe? Do you know what the intention of these people? Like I was saying in this video, you don't know what somebody's thinking. Why would you be okay with somebody's following you? I've seen other pictures of the paparazzi across the street just taking their pictures. And then that's it. But there's this one so close following them. Oh my God. It's like they're sending these people to test the waters, see how the people will behave and how law enforcement will react with their behavior. That's all it is. They're testing the waters. Remember, people in the US could carry guns. So the same way as any bad guy could do their nonsense. I mean, I don't want to give bad ideas, but they need to be careful. When you don't know who's following you, what the hell? Wow. Oh my Lord, this is crazy. So let's read this. What is this about? Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are seen in a heated argument with a photographer on the street. That was in 20. And then the UK is sending their trash people over here to follow people, to chase them. Wait until the law get in their ass. Okay, a photographer who was taking pictures of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively as they walked the street of New York was seen getting into a loud argument with them. The couple chose to talk to the paparazzi and got very angry when they saw what they saw. I mean, how would you feel? They're walking behind them. Jesus Christ. Minding their business, who knows, running errand, probably just drop their kids to school or something like that, I don't know. My goodness, nobody would like that. Walking behind them and everything, taking pictures. What the hell? Okay, were you there experiencing it personally? No. Then who are you to judge, question, or criticize someone else's experience, feeling, and perception of an event you have never had or experienced? Okay, have you been chased, abused, or exploited by media globally from birth? No. Sit down and shut up. Why? He works for British tabloid media. His British tabloid media and certain celebrities media who buy his photos. Maybe it's time to stop commenting on her paparazzi photos. Okay, the UK has a small market for paps. You are always going to find someone who thinks they'll make it a big in America. It's funny that another pap exposed the Brits being called on his behavior. So there's that. There's all of this. Okay, I'm not going to read that. All right, let's go to the next tweet. This is just too much. For those who wants to read it. It's pretty legible. You could read it, but I'm almost done. I'm 40 something minutes. So for those who wants to read it, could read it. And I see Piers Morgan, Samantha, and all of that. So that's another story here. Next tweet. So there's this here. I'm a little bit okay. So now we are off with the Royals. We are done with the Royals. Okay. So we are part of the war kind of topic. Okay. Look at how he lies with a straight face. Okay. Piers Morgan, why did you lie about 40 beheaded babies and then act like you never said it? All right. So whoever put this together is good. So let's go into it so it could be.
But when you say decapitated 40 babies...
Okay, yeah, I want it bigger.
But when you say decapitated 40 babies, you are planting a certain image.
Well, who has
with
said
a certain
that?
trigger in people's mind.
Who has said that? Who has said 40
Who has said that?
Who has said that?
40 decapitated?
Who has said
you
that?
You have repeat.
No, I haven't.
What?
My
I've never
God.
said that.
You haven't said on your show 40 decapitated
No.
babies?
I choked up earlier reading this new revelation about 40 babies being killed.
Oh my God.
And some of them
Yeah.
being beheaded. And I was like, how can any human being do that to a baby? Never.
Benship. But when
Oh
you
my
say
God.
decapitated 40 babies, you are planting...
Whew, my goodness. With a straight face. I think we need to do a documentary called The 10,001 Plus Lies of Piers Morgan. Megan agrees. Okay, he is known a liar and a dead child's phone hacker. Murdoch paid millions to Piers Morgan to spread fake news and propaganda. There's that here. Let's pause this. Oh, there's another one here. Okay, he is a legend. At BSF interview with Piers Morgan was an absolute triumph. He not only crushed but also fearlessly called out their lifelong deceit. It's remarkable how a comedian can possess such boldness to expose truth. Kudos to Bassem Youssef, his unwavering character. Okay, so now I'm going in. So there's more. Is there more? Oh, okay. I thought there was. Okay, I don't know what this. Okay, so let's go. Let's listen to the. Okay. So this is the video here. 2 minutes and 56 seconds. There will be.
to understand.
There will be some screenshot, and then after I listen to that video, I'm gonna go back. Okay, to the main one. Let's listen.
I want to understand. What is the logic of Israel carpet bombing Gaza? I mean, if there's a logic, if this will make Israel safe, I want to hear the logic. So if they continue bombing, what are they hoping to achieve?
Well, I think we know what their stated aim is. Their stated aim is to eradicate and wipe out Hamas. They believe Hamas are living predominantly in northern Gaza. They also are aware they're living amongst civilians.
So if I can understand this correctly, basically Israel is doing this to pressure the Palestinian community in Gaza to turn against Hamas. Is that right?
I'm sure that's part of it, yes.
That's part of it. So this is exactly what terrorist organizations do, because terrorist organizations will have no chance beating a whole nation in battle. So they terrorize and they kill the civilians in order to spread fear and terror so they can turn against their government to change their policy or to resign. You have just compared Israel with ISIS. I would say I really applaud it.
Wow. Wow. He put it very simple here. Wow. Let's listen. Let's continue.
Israel for doing one thing that no military force in the world does. Because I heard Ben Shapiro and I heard Ron DeSantis, and they said Israel is the only military force in the world that warns civilians before bombing them. I mean, how fucking cute. That is so nice of them. Because with this logic, if Russian troops started warning Ukrainians before bombing their houses, we're cool with Putin, right? I mean, okay, Habibi, you have warned them, go invade, it's fine, you have done your job. Israeli defense minister, he said, those are human animals. And the thing is, Ben Shapiro should know better, because, you know, long before the Holocaust, before Jewish people were thrown in the gas chambers, the Nazi propaganda called them rats. Now, as a human being, I will never accept that another human being being thrown into a gas chamber, but a rat, kill 10, kill 1,000, 3,500. They are son of a bitch. They are human animals who live in open sewage and decapitate babies. And because of that propaganda, Mr. Morgan, that guy in Illinois, the 71 years old guy, he killed, stabbing the 6 years old Palestinian kid in Illinois 26 times. And he used to play with him. They used to be friends. But he went in, marching into their apartment, stabbing his mother and killing him, shouting, all Muslims could die.
Yeah.
It took you 80 years to change one word from Jewish to Muslim. And then you transferred your guilt to us. The thing is, this is the problem. Israel always victimizes itself, and I have never seen a victim putting their oppressor under siege and bombing them 24/7. Israel wants you to believe that they are the victim. Dealing with Israel is so difficult. It's like being in a relationship with a narcissistic psychopath. He fucks you up, and then he makes you think it's your fault.
All right,
you look at Israel as Superman, but they're really Homelander. Wallahi, they are like they are shooting fish in a barrel, and they are annoyed with the splashes.
Wow.
I want to understand.
Wow. Just wow. Just wow. Just wow. I don't know what to say. So let's go back. There's no more videos from him. He put it very well. Let me retweet that. Wow. All right. So this is the main one. And this is where I came from here, from Pagan Trelawney. Okay. That's all he knows how to do. That's regarding Piers Morgan lying. Okay. Years of practice. If he opens his mouth to speak, lies usually comes tumbling out, says whatever he is told to say. Okay, there's that. Okay, so this is different. Let's go to the next tweet. Again, regarding war. I have 3 more. And one of them is making reference to somewhat Britney Spears. Alright, next tweet. Who else feels like Putin was somehow involved in orchestrating this mess from the beginning and is enjoying the chaos that may engulf East and West? Okay, so when in doubt, blame Russia. I don't think it's to blame Russia. It's just... there's a whole group here, a whole system of things. It's hard to really pinpoint, but they all connected. Okay, no, I don't blame them for the blast of the hospital. That's all on Israel. I think Hamas likely got the intelligence to kidnap some Israel by way of Russia. That's something that I'm aware of, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't have proof. Nobody really talk about it. When somebody does talk about it, then I'll give my opinion about it. Because he is laughing now that the attention is away from Ukraine. Yep, I don't know how Biden fell hook, line, and sinker, but I imagine the election being only a year away was also on his kind. Yeah, this is another way to further divide the U.S. Okay, when there's division, they will win. Okay, this is a way to watch when we get close to 2024. This is where Biden needs to make very wise choices, because they're setting him up. They're setting Biden. okay, to make a mistake somewhere so they could talk about it when we get closer to 2024 election. Okay, so they're setting up Biden right now because so far with the American people, the majority of well-minded people in the US support Biden. So now this one is a somewhat of a setup, even though it was in the making. They had huge plan way before that. They were shifting African Jews out of Israel. They were doing all sort of things. I spoke about them, so I don't want to go back to it. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. It's a lot of layers of things, and they all are connected. And there's something that I believe this is the last thing that I had put on my community board. Let me check. There's something that I put on my community board that this I'm gonna talk about it. It's a video. Okay, interesting. I don't know who most of these people are. Very fascinating. On the connection, 6-degree separation. All right, the connection of peoples. You know, the warmongering people and all of that. So go on my community board. I don't know if I put it on my list, but there was too many names. I rather put it on my community board. If you see it, you see it. How many people like it? Oh, okay, 77 people saw it, 4 people commented on it. All right, so now we're here. All my sympathies for Israel has been spent. Never thought I would feel like this about some descendant of a Holocaust, but the last week has shown me never again was conditional and not absolute for some, so my sympathies will now be conditional as well. I think I respond to it. That's my comment here. So let's read. Okay, note Hamas blew up hospitals and blaming a misfire rocket with detonated off-site. Okay, so this is just BS. Okay, propaganda being said here. Okay, it was Israel and they admit to it until international backlash. I'm so disgusting with Israel. Yeah, it probably was in some of the videos yesterday where I show a video, someone who recorded the blast, and then later on, yeah, I think it's in one of my videos because I remember that image of the blast. Okay, so there's me here responding to her tweet here. Don't dismiss all, meaning don't dismiss all of the Jews. Think of this group that's in power in Israel or like the Trump GOP in the US. Don't cross out all Jews. Many of them are speaking up, protesting, not in their names. If they were silent, I will not write this. We have to be focused on who's causing this. Okay, war crime. Okay, I hear you. I have no sympathies for the settlers. Any sort of understanding I had left when I saw children being pulled out of a rubble, and today was the final straw for me. Again, the same way. I still stick by this. I still feel like this. Okay, these are some group. These are the extremists in Israel that's making all the Jews. Okay, as much as the things that they're doing, they're not thinking of all of the Jews around the globe. They're making their lives worse safe than what they're doing right now. And this is why so many of them are speaking out. Again, compare them just like the Trump GOP. Okay? So now, I put this tweet first because of my comment. Now, this is this one here. To give you a reason why. And I wrote this like 17 hours ago, but the video that I'm about to show you next, I saw it just a few minutes as I was putting the list together. Alright, to back up my claim. Okay, so there's this here. Humanity. Happening now. Okay, hundreds of American Jews are holding a sit-in at Congress, and we won't leave until Congress calls for a ceasefire in Gaza, as thousands of U.S. Jews protest outside, over 350 are inside, including 24 rabbis holding prayers resistance. Okay, so they're doing their part, so don't blame all Jews. This is the thing here. Don't blame all of them. We need to look at layers of things. All right, so it's only 10 seconds. Let's listen. Let me go into it so it could be somewhat bigger. Yeah, 10 seconds. Now, if Biden was trying to play and the fine line where technically the U.S. supposed to support Israel and all of that. Now he has the backup to make the wise choice now, to back up from those well-minded Jews to say, okay, I need to make the right decision. I'm not gonna support what is happening here. Maybe he was doing it due to political reasons. Again, purely, I'm not saying I'm right. I don't know what Biden is thinking, but the thing for most politicians in the U.S. when is to protect Israel at all costs because of the whole layers attached to what I've just said. But I'm just focusing on one thing. So their thing is, for political reason, is to support the Jews, Israel. So now, knowing the world is seeing Israel is doing war crime, people are crying foul of what they're doing. We understand there are extremists within all of their groups, okay, with Hamas and all of that. So now that well-minded Jews are saying the same thing as majority of other people, because they are voters too. They will be voting. So now the well-minded one who's saying they don't agree with what Israel is doing. So now, whether it is for Biden to always, the political things to say is, oh, I support Jewish Israel, I support their cause and all of that, for political reason, okay, even though it was the wrong thing to say. So now he has the backup of well-minded Jews to say what Israel is doing is wrong. So now he could turn back now into humanity and say, now he could say what he truly feels. And to a certain extent, that what Israel is doing is wrong and blah, 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 blah. Okay? Because election is coming and the GOP knows how to manipulate people. They don't care about a damn thing. Okay? The GOP. They don't care about a damn thing. But they'll be very strategic in using the sentiment of the moment to get them elected. Okay? This is what is happening here. But unfortunately, some innocent lives is being at the crosshair of this nonsense that's happening here. Okay? So, I hope I make sense. And there are some well-minded Jews who's pretty much telling Biden, you better do the right thing. Do the right thing. And then you will have the GOP, like I've said, I'm repeating this, who don't give a shit about anything. Okay, they just want to be in power to focus on their agenda. But they'll be sure they have their people, their strategic people, to look at the sentiment. This is the key word here. Sentiment of the moment, to capitalize on it and then put their ads out and then talk about that and then to have people vote for them. But at the end of the day, no matter what the circumstances are, when it comes to 2024 election, President Biden is the best candidate, no matter what. Okay? But the GOP will know how to manipulate, capitalize in the moment. And then if you get the GOP in power, you're done with. Okay? The agenda will continue, will will entail and the rules of stuff to keep them in power further. Okay, I hope people pay attention to these things, these tactics of the GOP, because right now they're losing in every topic, everything. So they're using that to create a soundbite, and then to do something wrong, they could capitalize on it. This is what all this is all about. I mean, people need to learn the pattern of things. But right now, hands down, President Biden is the best person for that. But unfortunately, some of the things that he's saying is for political reason, because the goal or the agenda that used to be is to back up Israel. But now Israel is doing something wrong. He needs to be very careful of it. And then some well-minded Jews is saying what Israel is doing is wrong. So now the well-minded Jews are telling pretty much President Biden, do the right thing. Okay, don't focus on to protect Israel at all costs, even this and that, because this kind of act that Israel is doing is putting their lives in danger as well because of crazy people. All right, so I don't know if I make sense, but this is the way that I see it. Okay, all these were fabricated to create a sound bite because the GOP are not winning the hearts and minds of the people. Okay, they want to get back in power, so they're fabricating. Think of the tactic of the UK. When they want something, they fabricate something to get you upset. It's the same thing that's happening here, but in a different form. Next tweet, and this is my last one. Now, the reason I bought this here, I'm not even gonna go in the comment because it has nothing to do with Britney Spears, absolutely nothing. But some of the things that I said when I was talking in that video, not that one, regarding Britney Spears, okay, and this video, and it's gonna come up in another video, episode 292. All right, so this one is part of episode 292. Some of the things that I said here, the mindset of Southerners, all right, the women in southern states, the way they, mold them to the way they raise them, and then the mindset of men in the southern state. All right, so this is the only reason I'm bringing this. All right, because of some of the things that I said in that video. All right, so this is Chris Evan who tweeted this. Oops, North Carolina court rules that since, quote, life began at conception, end quote, women can lose their parental rights based on crimes committed during pregnancy. This is another layer of their nonsense kind of thing. Okay? This is the only reason that I brought it up, because of some of the things that I've said and that Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake kind of tweet. I think there were only 2 tweets in that video. Okay? And I said, I went back and said, I look at about where they were born. I think Britney Spears was born in Mississippi and Timberlake was in Tennessee. I think Tennessee was the first, I think it was where KKK originated or something like that. So let's see here to make sure. Oh, let's just say what state KKK originated. If it's Tennessee, Ku Klux Klan founded in Tennessee. Okay, there it is, Tennessee. This is the mindset of these people. That's where the state Tennessee, Justin Timberlake was born. So the mindset there. I'm not saying I'm not saying none of that about Justin Timberlake. I do not know him besides what I've said and what I've read about him. Okay, it's just where he was born. Where he was born. That's the only layer I'm taking off of that. And then the mindset, some of the mindset of those people with their men, okay, and things like that. Okay, women don't have rights and all of that. Okay, I don't want to go too deep into it, so I don't put myself in a pretzel, but that was the only reason that I bought it. I bring this up. And then some of the things that I made reference to in that video. And this is another layer of things, again, to sort of, I will not say justify, to sort of back up some of the things that I've said. Okay? So that's it. I hope I make sense. Okay? I'm not trying to say he's a racist or not. I'm not saying any of that. Okay, I do not know. I never seen any of his behavior showing racist type of mentality. Zero. It's just an example of the mindset of some of these people over there based on some of the things that I've said in that video. Okay, that's it. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for, I don't know, well-minded. I don't know. That's what came to mind. If there's something. Okay, prayer for the mind. Okay, give me the strength and clarity of mind to find my purpose and walk the path you've laid out for me. I trust your love, God, and know that you will heal distress. Just as the sun rises each day, again, the dark night, please bring me clarity with the light of God. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it.
Levanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.